What happens when you're forced to grow even before you are ready? That is what 2025 may feel like if the pig appears in your budget chart. Whether it shows up in your year, month, day, or hour pillar, this is not a year to sit still. It is a year to rise, pivot, and stretch into who you were always meant to become. Before we go further, make sure you have your BaZi chart in front of you. You can download the same from www.chandirunacademy.com/BaZi-calculator-app. It's free and you will need it to follow along. Welcome back. If this is the first time we are meeting, hello, I am Jayashree Bose, founder of Geo Principles and TND Run Academy. For more than 2 decades, I have guided people across the globe to make destiny-aligned decisions using BaZi, Feng Shui, Chimendunjia, Zuri, and I Ching. Now let us take a look at what the pig sign can expect in 2025 and how you can make the most of this powerful transformative year. So, pig in 2024, it was a stepping stone for you. In 2025, it's going to be a crazy ride. Okay, it's going to be turbulent and it's going to be like a sharp turn. You're taking a sharp turn. All right, it will shake your comfort zone and ask you to let go of what is outdated. You got to just throw it out. Whether you are ready or not, you have to let go of things. This happens because of a clash between the snake, which is the annual pillar of the year, and the sign which is directly opposite the snake is the pig. In BaZi, a clash always signals movement, all right, disruption and change. But with change comes the chance to reset your life. Now, these are the auspicious stars in the pig animal sign, which is the month Antinous, year horse, sky bright, and national treasure. So let us look at the year horse. Now this is basically a star which tells you to get moving. It pushes you sometimes gently, sometimes not so gently, out of your comfort zone. If you have been feeling stuck, then this star will bring opportunities to travel, to relocate, or even expand your reach internationally. Now, you have to understand that it's not always about physical movement. You can also change industries, shift your routines, or basically change your mindset. All right. Maybe you had a stagnant mindset, a fixed mindset. Now you're moving to a growth mindset. Basically, the key here is do not stay stagnant. What you did last year and what worked for you in the past is not going to work for you this year. So even if it feels scary, take the first leap. And here's a pro tip. Plan a purposeful trip. Okay, attend a retreat, a business event, or spiritual journey. And let that movement bring you momentum. Now we come to the national treasure. Now, national treasure basically means power and prestige. It boosts your potential to be seen, heard, and respected, especially in professional settings. It's not just about recognition. The star helps you to unlock doors to influence, leadership, and decision-making roles. Now, whether you are leading a team, building a brand, or negotiating something big, this star brings weight to your words. So basically, the national treasure means that you will be given a powerful position or you might be able to lead others. So what you need to do is you need to speak up, you need to share your expertise, and this is the year to take your seat at the table which matters most to you. Now the sky bright star basically means you need to be seen. Okay, it brings clarity, intelligence, and the ability to find solutions which others cannot see. So think of it as a mental light bulb. Okay, it's a mental light bulb star. It helps you to learn faster. You can problem solve better and even turn complex ideas into simple, powerful concepts. So if you work in teaching, writing, consulting, strategy, or anything knowledge based, this is your golden window because it helps you to think out of the box and see what others cannot see. So consider creating content, teaching, or sharing your expertise. Your voice carries value, so don't just let it go to waste. Now, the month emptiness star, I know the word emptiness is like, okay, it's a bad star. Why is it empty? All right, it's not a bad star. Okay, it gives you basically the month emptiness basically means that you can detach. All right, you can reflect, you can detach, and you can look at things from a distance. Basically, the power of objectivity. See, you see, most of the times we live inside. Okay, we live inside the bottle. With the month emptiness star, you have the ability to step outside the bottle and look inside. So this is especially powerful in a clash year. Why? Because when emotions go up, all right, and you're feeling like, oh, this is too much, I cannot take it, this star helps you to zoom out and see the bigger picture. So the danger is misuse. You may feel lost, spaced out, or overly disconnected. So use this star intentionally. Take breaks, retreat when needed, and then re-engage with clarity. So what can you do with the month emptiness star? You can journal, you can meditate, you can think before you react, and basically look at this way. When you're inside the bottle, you just see that much. But when you're outside the bottle, the view changes. So basically, month emptiness means that distance can bring wisdom. Now let's look at the inauspicious stars that the pig has. So the pig sign has the great consumer star, sweeper, which is the year breaker star, obstacle star, and the peeling head. So now sweeper or year breaker is like the main thing in the snake year. Why? Because it means you are against the energy of the year. All right. Now, snake is opposite of pig in 2025 or in the Chinese zodiac system. Now, the year breaker star does not mean disaster. All right. I know it's the breaker and everything can mean like, oh, okay, what is breaking? Am I breaking apart? No, 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 no. It simply means disruption. Okay, it breaks old structures, patterns, relationships, routines. Look at it this way: whatever is outdated or holding you back, let it go. All right, why hold on to it? The star already indicates there's going to be disruption. So instead of you waiting for the disruption to happen, how about you disrupting it yourself? Okay, so it's the star which forces, the year breaker is a star which forces change, whether you like it or you're not, whether you're ready or you're not. Okay, now sometimes the star pushes you to switch career or roles or move houses or relocate, end or repair a relationship, rethink your long term goals. So basically, here's the trick: if you initiate the change yourself, this star supports you. Why? Because it's a disruptive star. So you've gone and disrupted things, and therefore you get the star's support. But if you resist, it may feel like life is pushing you around, as in you're just not ready for the ride. Okay? So think of the year breaker star like a reset button. Use it intentionally. Don't wait for things to disrupt or to break. Decide what you're ready to release and start fresh on your terms. Now, the greater consumer star, basically the greater consumer star is the money out star. Okay, what do you mean by money out? Basically, you'll be spending. All right, you have this need to spend. Because of the star, you'll feel this urge to spend. Okay, it signals that your expenses may rise. It could be either unexpected bills, upgrades, or impulsive spending. And mostly I've seen people do impulsive spending and they buy stuff that they don't need. All right. But here's the thing: not all spending is bad. How about you spend, basically, you invest in blue chip stocks, okay? Or you spend and you invest in mutual funds, all right? Or you spend and you invest in real estate. Now, all of this is big spending, right? So you are spending, yes? So are you fulfilling the star? Definitely, all right? But remember, it's in your hands how you're spending the money. So the star simply says that the energy, especially financial energy, is flowing out. You get to choose where it goes. All right. So spend on long-term value, learning, wellness, upgrading your business or your home, buying new assets, investing in blue chip stocks. Basically, what you need to do is you need to avoid emotional shopping or impulsive shopping. Now let's look at the obstacle star. All right. The obstacle star, very straightforward. Yeah, it means you face resistance or you face obstacles, delays, disagreements, small things that turn into roadblocks. That's basically what the obstacle star means. Now, these may come from people, systems, or just natural resistance that arise when change is necessary. Okay, you need to change, but there's resistance. Okay, so what this star wants from you is resistance. Instead of saying or instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this showing me? Okay, so you can expect some detours, but you keep your plan B, your plan C ready. So basically, have your backup plans ready. Do not give up because the first door did not open. There's always the second door, there's always the third door, just because you face resistance, right? So go for plan B. If plan A didn't work out, opt for plan B. If plan B doesn't work out, go for plan C. Now, let's look at the peeling head. Now, peeling head is a vulnerable star, all right? It reveals emotional problems and insecurities, especially related to how others perceive you. So it's that kind of energy that makes you, replay the conversations in your head, and you keep on replaying it, and you get, if they were hurtful conversations, you keep on feeling hurt by, what others have said and what others are thinking. So, and these are things which would not normally bother you, but because this star exists in the pig sign this year, it starts bothering you. But its real purpose, well, it's to help you clear those emotional patterns. All right, to learn to respond instead of react, to choose healing instead of going on a downward spiral. So basically, if this star kicks in, then you need to get support, therapy, journaling, heart to heart conversations can help. Of course, heart to heart conversations with people you trust, okay, and in a safe place and with safe people can help a lot this year. Now, before I go on, I would like to state that if you activate the auspicious stars, these inauspicious stars are not going to kick in. All right. So you need to activate the auspicious stars so that, or do the actions related to the auspicious stars so that the negative side of these inauspicious stars don't show up. Now, let's look at the pig in different pillars. If you find the pig in the year pillar, it's going to affect your social circle, your professional image, your external image, and also it could be where you live. All right. Now, you might find yourself mingling with new communities, or you might find yourself cutting ties with old friends. Maybe you don't feel aligned with them anymore. And this is not a bad thing. It's just the universe making space for connections that match who you are becoming. Now, there's a strong potential for travel, relocation, or even going global with your business or work. You are supported by an energy that pushes you out of your comfort zone or basically out of your bubble, which is the sky horse star. So you need to travel, okay? Now think of it as a cosmic push to expand your horizons mentally and physically. So go where you are stretched and not just where you are safe. Now let's look at the pig in the month pillar. In the month pillar, basically the month pillar represents your career, your ambition, your colleagues, your boss, your work environment, your relationship with your parents. So in the month pillar, the theme this year would be shake things up before they break you down. Okay, remember the year breaker, you need to make changes yourself, otherwise it's going to disrupt your life. Okay, so you need to shake things up yourself. So if you are employed, you may feel stuck, unmotivated, or under recognized. Now this is your cue to learn something new, propose a different role, or even look for better opportunities. Now if you run a business, things might feel a bit chaotic, okay, because things are like, the clash here basically denotes that there's going to be issues, okay, but inside the chaos you can innovate. All right, you can find solutions, So since you have the National Treasure Star, it's a symbol of leadership. Okay, it's a symbol of respect, prestige. These potentials are there. So step up, find a solution, refresh your offers. All right, position yourself as the expert that people are looking for. And then there's the Sky Bright Star. It enhances your clarity, it enhances your intellect, and it improves your ability to solve problems. So, whatever disruptions the yearbreaker star might bring, find a solution. Don't sit and think, oh, this is not my year. Instead, find the solution, overcome the problem, and then move ahead. So, basically, you can use the problem solving or the Sky Bright Star to deepen your skills or build something that teaches others. Now, whether a course, a method, or a framework, you can do anything. All right. And remember, finding the solution also exists. If you're facing disruption, you can also find a solution. Now, let's look at the pig in the day branch. Now, the day branch basically represents your spouse, your relationship with your spouse, your home life, your health. All right. Not your health, your physical body. Okay, so this is basically your personal pillar. Now this is the most personal zone of all. So if the pig sits in your day pillar, 2025 brings turning points in your closest relationship. Why closest relationship? Because remember, it represents your spouse, and how you also relate to yourself is also something it's going to change. Okay, so if you are single, this year might change that situation. It's a clash. All right, it's a clash. So there will be disruption, there will be change. If you're married, your relationship may go through a shift. Good or bad depends on how you show up emotionally. If you're emotionally crying and bawling all the time, definitely it's taking a bad turn. However, if it is, you're happy to be there, you're making changes to your relationship. Let's say you were not spending time with your spouse. Now you're spending time with your spouse. That's a change, right? So that improves the relationship. Also, there's a strong emotional undercurrent this year, 2 stars, okay, which you need to be careful is that, the peeling head, it can create a little bit of mood swings or, old wounds may resurface. You may feel misunderstood and you could feel more sensitive than usual, or you could be unusually quiet. Okay, now if you have the pig here, I would suggest being quiet is better than being moody, okay, or bawling or shouting and screaming. So this is where self-awareness becomes your superpower. Get support if you need it. Spend more time with people who bring peace, okay, not drama. And watch your health, because this, remember, it's your body also, your physical body. This pillar also reflects your physical body. So do not delay checkups. Get a medical checkup done immediately. Now, let's look at the pig in the hour pillar. Now, in the hour pillar, the pig this year brings about a lot of changes. You should not be changing your investment portfolio. However, do re-evaluate it. Do check if you need to let go of something. All right. Now, there's another thing. You have the great consumer star, which means you have the tendency to open up your wallet and sometimes a little too freely. So we don't want that, right? If you are going to be spending, then spend on blue chip stocks, real estate, and investment. However, to ensure that you cross all T's and dot all I's and do double check all your investments prior to putting your money in. Like, be extra cautious about where your money goes. There's also the month emptiness in the mix. It's not a void, but rather a space to detach and rethink. You might feel like your goals have shifted, because this also represents our ambitions, our personal, goals, personal development. So you might feel that your goals have changed, your ambitions have changed, but that is okay. Allow yourself to dream differently this year. Some of your best ideas might come from slowing down and reflecting. So if you are a parent or you manage a team, then this is a year to empower the next generation. Hand over responsibility where it's deserved. Remember, disruption, there needs to be a change. Question is whether you're going to change it yourself, or are you going to wait for the change to happen. So ask your kids to help you plan a trip. Let your junior staff or juniors or staff or your employees run with an idea, something which you didn't do before. In the sense, if they were already implementing the ideas, so this year don't let them implement. If they were not implementing the ideas, then this year let them implement. Okay? And you might be surprised at what happens when you let others shine. So before you go, I have something special for you. Align 2025 Playbook. Now this is packed with feng shui and BaZi tips to help you align your life with the energies of the year. You can download it from www.geo-principles.com/align playbook, and I have also shared the link in the description below. Now, what are the steps a pig animal sign should take in 2025? Firstly, reflect deeply on what needs to change and start changing it yourself. That's the best way to handle a clash here. Okay. Set financial limits and stick to them. That's the best way to handle the greater consumer star. Let go of expired relationship and expired plans. I mean, whatever is not working, let it go. Okay. Take up a course, a certification, or knowledge-based pursuit. Sky Bright Star. Say yes to travel or relocation opportunities. Be open to it because of the Sky Horse Star or the Year Horse Star, and spend time with emotionally balanced and wise people. Very important, otherwise you could go on an emotional yo-yo. Okay, now if you felt this video gave you clarity, give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and let me know in the comments below where does the pig show up in your chart. Until next time, stay aligned, stay wise, and move with purpose.